Welcome to the 6th edition of JMarket tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to learn verifications. Invocation have expectations and verification. Expectation we already covered in the previous video tutorial. If you are not aware of it, you can revisit my previous video tutorial. In verification, have two things. One is verification in order and full verification. So we'll see in detail what exactly the verification and verification in order and full verification will do. Verification validate against the invocation which actually occur during the test case execution. Verification in order is very much similar to the verification, but the difference is it will validate the order of the sequence which the test case is executing. As shown in the diagram, full verification is the another type of verification in JMOKit. So full verification checks for that all invocation from the code under test are explicitly verified or not. In case if anything is not verified, it will throw an error. In upcoming tutorial, we will see one by one how the verification will work, how the verification in order will work, and we will see how the full verification will work with our calculator example. I hope you people are aware of our calculator class, which I am using for all the JMOKit examples. So now in this example, I am just adding check for null, and the business logic will be similar, no change in the business logic. So k and m is the input parameters which I am consuming, where I am going to check these values should be greater than 0. So this is the method what actually I written, which I am going to use it in our verification block, whatever the test case I am writing. So here you can see that there is no change in the business logic. I kept it similar. There is no change. So return value, it will return once the calculation is done. So in case of any null value, it's going to return 0. So this is the logic what I written. I have mocked calculator class, so which we see in few minutes back. So here you can see that check for null, I added value 4 and 3 with a set true. Okay, and if you see, I have added perform math. The test cases I am passing the value as 4 and 3 input parameter. Now let us debug this code and we will see what exactly will get the output. So as we know how exactly the mocked will work, so we are expecting a default value. So let us see the result. I kept it in debug. It will take some more time. So you can see the test case is success. So it given the default values. Add a verification block here. So verification block I have added. So new verification, this is the syntax, and open brace and close braces. So it will see, you can see that O calculator check for null, same parameters I am passing 4 and 3. I am telling that, you can see that here also I am passing 4 and 3. So I am telling that it's going to execute one time. So in the verification block I am going to check saying that okay, how many times it's going to execute. So in the same case for perform math also I am saying that it's going to execute one time. Basically verification block will validate how many times the execution is happening, whether it's matching with the what we have mentioned in the times. So this is the advantage of verification. So how many times the execution is happening, that it will validate. Let us debug the code and we'll see what we'll get. So make sure that you selected JUnit 5. So we'll wait for the result. You can see the result. Now it came as a green. It means that whatever we mentioned in the verification block, it is matching. So we said that in verification it is executing with 4343 parameters only one time. So that is the one what actually it validated. So instead of 43 I am passing 53. So let us debug the code and we'll see what the output we get. As we know, we change the parameter, the test case should fail now. Let us see the test case result. It takes some time in my system. So you can see the error that test case has been failed, because what we are saying here is we're telling that with the parameter 4 3 we are passing, but actually it is not executing. So this times 1 got failed. What are the other options we have? So there is another option, min times and max times. So what it says that the execution should happen minimum 1 time and maximum 3 times. So this is equivalent to, or this is similar to the times 1. But here we are setting the value for minimum and maximum time. So let me change the same thing for perform math also. So min times the minimum execution and max is maximum execution. So the execution should come in between min and max. May revert back the code to from 5 3 to 4 3 for our successful execution. So let me debug the code. So wait for the result to pop up. So make sure you selected JUnit 5. We'll wait for the result to get displayed. So we just changed min and max. So as you can see, the result is green. So our execution is in between min times and max times. In verification, now we'll see verification in order. So you can see that signature is verification in order. We just changed it, and I removed min time and max time because it is very much similar to the times one. You can see that check for null is executing first. You can see with the parameter 4 and 3. So same thing, I kept it in verification in order. So, and another one is where perform math is the second time it will execute after the execution of check for null. So same thing I kept. So it means that in verification in order, the sequence should be very much similar. Compare the code in verification in order, and you can compare the code in addition method. So let us debug this code and we'll see what we'll get. So let us wait for the output. Let me click on debug. So we are expecting a green here. Yes, this is the one. So verification in order, we kept it. Now let us change it. Let me put it in down. So now we are expecting failure case because we changed the sequence here. So let me debug the code. So let us debug configuration. Just make sure JUnit 5. So let us wait for the result. So it should fail now since we changed the sequence. So as you can see that we changed the sequence and the result got failed. You can see here perform math is coming first, check for null is coming second time. You can compare with the code. Check for null is first, but perform math is second. But the same thing we done reverse in verification in order. Basically, it will check for the sequence of execution. So now we will see how the full verification will work. So you can see that new full verification. This is the syntax for the full verification. So below code I kept it same. So O calculator perform math and O calculator check for null. There is no change in the code. Just I changed it to full verifications. In case of full verification, sequence doesn't matter. So you can see that perform math I kept it first and check for null I kept it second. So there is no importance of sequence. Just it want to make sure that everything we covered here. Okay, so let us debug and we'll see here. So whatever the addition code we added, so that should come as a part of full verification. So we'll wait for the result. So result is green since we covered everything which we added as a part of addition. So let me remove check for null here. Okay, so now one scenario we are not covering. So let me debug the code. So debug and click on debug. So now this will fail. The reason is one scenario we missed it, that is check for null. So we are expecting a failure case here. Yes, you can see the error. This is a failure because we have not added check for null. We have added only perform math. So this is the code what I have not added. Hope you understood how the verification will work. We completed verification in order and full verification. So this will verify the whatever the code we have added as a part of addition. If you have any questions, please put it in a comment box. For watching. In next tutorial we will see what is faking. Stay tuned.